Live from New York, this is WIUR Radio.
Hello, welcome back. This is episode 5 of the We Are Going for 3 show, and we are excited for this one because we got a lot to cover. To start it off, I'm Nathan Creasy, along co-host Adam Pack, Colin Sexton. We want to give a huge shout out to Colin for being completely MIA up until about 4:15 today. Round of applause for Colin, everybody. Woo. He is awake though. He woke up for the show. Congratulations.
He had a great sleep today.
Yeah,
Amazing sleep. Amazing sleep.
Woke
We're
up,
happy
took a
for him.
test, did good on the test,
That's good. That's good. All right. Well, let's get right into it. Last time we were together, we witnessed the USA men's hockey team defeat Sweden in overtime in the quarterfinals of the Olympics with a Quinn Hughes game-winning goal. And since then, we have 2 gold medals coming to the United States of America. The women's hockey team won it on Thursday, and we'll start with them with our 2 GGs. What does GG stand for? 2 golden goals. Yes, sir. So we'll start with the USA-Canada women's game from Thursday. That was last Thursday. Seems like ages ago. But USA-Canada with all the marbles on the line. And heading into the game, the USA team, unbelievable team, completely dominant throughout the entire preliminaries, the quarterfinals, the semifinals. And heading into the game, I thought they were definitely clear favorites. They'd outscored opponents going into the game 31-1. And it was looking a little dicey. They were down 1-0. They allowed a goal in the early stages, the first minute of the second period, and they were down up until the final 5 minutes of the third. But Hillary Knight tied the game at 57-56 of the third period, which, if my math is correct, that is with 2 minutes and 4 seconds left in the game. That's clutch. So that tied the game, went into overtime, and Megan Keller, with the silky smooth mitts, wins it. Forehand, backhand around the defender through the legs of the tendy, gets a piece of the goalie, but goes into the back of the net. Thoughts, folks? What did we see there?
I mean, I didn't watch much of the game, but I did see the overtime winner. And yeah, like you said, it was a nice goal for him backhand. Little nice move. But yeah, I mean, Hillary Knight has been like such a great player all these years for the US. I mean, she's got a great track record. Yeah, scoring that goal late in the third was just very clutch. And then they sort of carried that momentum into overtime. And then, like you said, Megan Keller, just with a beautiful goal there to defeat Canada. And I thought it was pretty cool that both women's and men's games ended in the same situation, both 2-1 in overtime.
Yeah,
It's pretty cool.
Really agree. And I mean, honestly, just one of the best game-winning goals you'll ever see in any sort of situation, really. And that game-time goal was with the extra attacker, the empty net. If you're unfamiliar with that, it's when late in the game, if you're down by like a goal or two, you empty the net to get an extra skater on the ice.
I think she tipped it in. I'm pretty sure that's how.
Yes.
Shot from the point.
Shot from the point and deflection. Beautiful deflection. So that was the women's. They bring home the gold, electric, and they did not lose a single game through the entire thing and ultimately outscored opponents 33-2 at the end of all of it when it's all said and done. Then Sunday morning, and when I say morning, I really mean morning, 8 in the morning.
Playing early.
I was like, man, why 8 in the morning? The men's took on Canada as well. Honestly, a blessing. We got to see 2 United States Canada finishes, especially as because we talked about last week. We're hoping for the rematch for the Four Nations face-off when it comes down to the men from last year when Canada beat us in overtime. So we were really hoping for our rematch and getting our revenge. And USA, just to be honest, they got very much outplayed. But the best player on the ice, Connor Hellebuck, the goaltender for the United States, he made some marvelous saves. I believe he had 40-plus saves. and he had one ginormous save in the third period with his stick when he was down and out. It's the only reason why it stayed out as a wide open net. But any of y'all, any thoughts on his performance?
I think I was seeing some of the best saves I've ever seen in hockey. I don't watch that much hockey, but I think I might have seen the greatest save I've ever seen personally watching hockey in that game. He was unstoppable.
Yeah, that stick save was incredible. Like I was watching that and I'm like, here's a goal. Like it looked like it was a clear-cut chance. Like there's no way that would stay out of the net. And then somehow just he deflects it just with the shaft of the stick and then goes wide. That was incredible. And that definitely saved the game because that would have made it what? 2-1.
2-1.
And the
10
US
minutes,
was getting
something.
outplayed. I mean, they were struggling to get shots on goal. So that was just such a great save to keep them in the game and just sort of carry the momentum forward. They just tried to get to overtime at that point because they liked what they had in overtime with the skaters like Jack Hughes, Matthews,
The 3-on-3.
Werenski. Yeah, they felt they could create some space in 3-on-3, and they definitely did. So they like their odds in overtime better than the 5-on-5 regulation, and it definitely worked out in their favor.
I think, yeah, I was gonna make that same point. You put it perfectly. Like as like right when the third started, I would say like they needed to just get that to overtime, especially with it being 3-on-3. Personally, I think it would be better if it's 5-on-5 in that.
Yeah, without
situation.
a doubt.
But a lot of
saying
people said
stuff
that.
I feel like
about
that game should have been 5-on-5. 3-on-3 for that
Yeah,
is
like
just.
both
I
of the
think it's
games.
ridiculous, honestly.
It's not a shorter period. It's a 20-minute period too. So it's like
Yeah.
3-on-3 for 20 minutes.
And it used to not be
possibly.
like
It would be
that.
fun if no one scored for a while. That would be fun.
I
but
think the Olympic hockey rules are a little bit like I just think it's a weaker competition. It feels weaker. You know what
yeah,
I mean?
like no fighting. I
Yeah,
definitely
like,
think.
I
we
mean,
should
there
have
definitely
fighting.
would've
We
been
talked about
fights.
this last week with the rules being a little bit different.
Mhm.
But I don't know. Are we getting that Four Nations tournament again?
I hope
Probably
so.
not, just because the Olympics happened.
I thought no. I mean, not this year, obviously, but
Yeah,
next
not
year, I
this year.
think.
Oh well,
Like hopefully at some point.
Yeah, really hope they do that again. That was great.
But yeah, but now to the golden goal, which we have not yet got to. New Jersey Devil Jack Hughes pots the game-winning goal past Jordan Binnington. I believe first. Well, I'm very frustrated and mad because I was watching the overtime, obviously on the edge of my seat, and then my stream that I had up that had the game on froze, and so I was like, "Please don't do this to me," and so I refreshed the page and I'm like, okay, what are the odds that there was a goal? It's all right. And then I turn on and I see Jack like running and throwing his helmet up and all the US throwing their helmet up. And of course I'm like, yes, let's go. We won. And I'm like, surely Jack Hughes didn't score and I missed it. But that's exactly what happened. I mean, it was a great goal. It all started with him gambling by poking the puck ahead past Cale Makar, I believe. If Cale
Yeah.
Makar gets to that puck first, it's like a 2-on-0 for Canada, and that's, to be honest, probably the game. You never know. Hellebuck might have made another miracle happen. But also shout out to Matt Boldy for his goal. A beauty.
Yeah, that was a great goal.
Similar to like Keller's. It was definitely different, but just like a silky smooth goal. He kind of flipped it ahead to himself.
And I think
back
not
in.
enough people are giving Zach Werenski credit for the play he made on that goal with Jack Hughes. Do you guys know who he was like up against there? I think that might have been McKinnon.
McKinnon, yeah.
Yeah, McKinnon. And he sort of like stayed with the play and was able to get that pass over to Jack. And yeah, like you said, it was a great goal. But yeah, I think the effort there from Werenski was good. And I think McKinnon, like I watched it back a few times, I feel like he could have, if he reached out with the stick, I feel like he could have knocked that away.
Completely agree.
Yeah, it seemed like I don't think he expected Werenski to sort of stay with that puck and make that pass. But yeah, I mean, it was a great sequence and definitely it definitely was a great play by Werenski, and he contributed a lot to that goal, in my opinion.
Yeah, and McKinnon in the third period, I don't know if this affected that play at all. It probably didn't, but he missed a wide open net in the third as well. He had like, I would say half of the net, but like really just a wide open net with,
Yeah,
I'm not sure, was it before the big save or was it?
I think it was after.
I think it was after,
yeah.
but he just completely missed. He hit the side of the net, and that also would have gave Canada the late
They had
lead.
a ton of grade A chances they
Yeah.
couldn't convert on.
I mean,
It was crazy.
That's how it goes sometimes. Sometimes you get shut down. Sometimes you miss golden opportunities. But no losses from both the women's and the men's. I'm not sure. I'm trying to do the math of how many games they won in total. I might have to get back to you on that. But
I think it was like
what's
5.
6? Right?
Both.
Maybe 6.
because the quarterfinal through the final, and
And
was
then
there is there
first
three
three group, it's
preliminary?
Yeah, I think
Right.
you're right. I think it
So
was 6.
12 overall. So 12 and
Yeah.
0 between the two teams, which is pretty awesome. Both ended in, photo finish style, and super happy, super proud of both of our U.S. teams, and definitely a memorable 3 days for USA Hockey. This is the women's third gold medal, and this is the men's third as well. It's the men's first since the Miracle on Ice in 1980.
46
So,
years.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
that was also crazy how it
Quite a
was
lot.
exactly 46 years from the Miracle on Ice game.
yeah, it's amazing. Colin, you gave us a medal count last week. Do you have
I do
a?
not have a medal count
Oh,
right now.
we need a quick Google search.
Did not lock in.
Colin's the medal count and the curling and the popcorn expert
Oh.
and the
And
crouton expert.
analyst. Yeah, he is.
I have to say the figure skater I was talking about last week, Alyssa Liu, she won gold. First U.S. American woman to win gold in I forget how many Olympics, but quite a while. We'll say.
That's probably true.
USA finished with 12 gold,
Yeah.
12 silver, 9 bronze, 33 total. Pretty good count.
Yeah, from what I remember, I
Even
think
distribution.
Norway had some sort of really unexpected high count. Was it like 18 golds? Norway Olympics.
Ranked second to Norway's 41. Norway had 41.
Yeah, they had 18 golds and 12 silvers, 11 bronze. They definitely surprised some people, including me. That's really impressive. But yeah, fun Olympics. Now NHL is back tonight. I have to go back to watching Devils hockey, which is not very exciting. But Jack Hughes will definitely get a ceremony tonight. Great standing ovation. So that'll be really awesome. So yeah, that's the Olympic talk. We'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll talk Iona Gales, college basketball, and some other college basketball games as well. We had some bangers this past week, and maybe we'll dish out some NBA talk as well when we're at it. So we'll be right back. We'll see you then.
Untouchable, unstoppable.
This is WIUR Sports Radio.
Hi, I'm Robbie Basil, president of WIUR Radio, and I hope you're enjoying today's show. Have you ever wanted to call the biggest games, the biggest moments for the biggest names for Iona Athletics? Then the newly founded WIUR Sports Radio is the place to be. Launched in January of 2025, our goal is to try and get broadcasters here at Iona an opportunity to learn, succeed, and get a chance to be on air. From getting to call the big moments at the hack,
Dinkins trying to go to the rack. Denied. Yafet Mundi with
to seeing the crack of the bat at City Park.
the line drive into left field, around third, and it kicks away. The Gales are going to win it in 10.
We make those moments happen on our brand new WIUR Sports Radio platform on Mixer. If you're interested, feel free to reach out to me via email or to the rest of my e-board to join the club. We are WIUR Sports Radio, the new home of Iona Athletics. Now, back to the show on WIUR, Iona University Radio.
That is my jam. That is all. of my
Shout out to
jams.
that song.
Shout out
That's
to truly.
whoever chose that. You got ball knowledge.
It's not. It says it's non-copyright music when you look it up. So we ended with Iona Gales basketball last week. A little touch on it. We didn't go very deep with it. So we'll talk about the men's couple games from this weekend first. They've played a couple really tough games. Their last really tough stretch of the season, I would say. They played St. Peter's at home on Friday night. And I definitely want to say that this game was definitely one of the more competitive and one of the best games I've seen them play this year. I definitely think they were really patient and they controlled the pace of the game really well. And I thought that both teams showed up defensively really well. And I thought that the tone of the game was set on that end from the start. Ultimately, it was just back and forth, and Iona pulled it out in overtime. So really, the overtime was the big thing. They definitely pulled through defensively. They only allowed 3 points in the 5 minutes there. But Adam, you watched that at home, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
You were not here.
Little bit.
Colin, did you? No. No, didn't tune into that one. But yeah, what did you see in that game?
I mean, Lamine Sabli had 15 rebounds, so that was definitely a huge factor in the
major.
game. Yeah, Cozy Akameto was the leading
yes.
scorer, 18 points. He had 8 rebounds as well, so close to a double-double. Yeah, I mean, it was just a good overall win at home. We talked about how they've played better at home. They've been on sort of a little bit of a skid since we started the show, even the games at home, but it was good for them to bounce back against St. Peter's, who is a really good team in the conference. However, they have struggled on the road. But yeah, I mean, it was a gritty win by Iona to win it in overtime. And then this Friday against Ryder, they look to sort of continue their home play, which they should beat Ryder at
I
home.
mean, if we lose to Ryder, I'm just
yeah,
gonna
at
be
home
like,
especially.
Yeah.
you got to give up as the team. I think if you lose to Ryder, no offense to Ryder.
I definitely say you got those 2 tough games out of the way. They got definitely a lighter schedule. I mean, it's definitely they have an important game Sunday. I think that game against Manhattan, the season finale, is going to be a very important standings wise. But I definitely liked the way they looked on Friday. But I will say they did have one stretch in the game. It was like the last 8 or 9 minutes. I don't know if it was that long, but it was at least like 6 or 7 minutes. Where they didn't get a single field goal. They were up by 10 before that stretch and ended up being, it was either like up 2 or tied or maybe down 2 by half.
It was a 2-point margin
down 2 by half
from St. Peter's in the first half and a 2-point margin Iona leading in the second half. And then overtime, they outscored them 11-3. So they just locked in at overtime. And I mean, they just had to win that game. You couldn't lose to St. Peter's, especially with the game against Merrimack coming up, because everyone, sort of figured that would be a loss, and they almost pulled that game out. What was that, this past Sunday?
Yeah.
only
that
lost by
was-
2.
Yeah, that was I was watching that game in my
Great.
dorm. That was an incredible game.
It was actually a great game.
Yeah, too bad they couldn't pull that one out because that would have been a big win. That would have been back-to-back wins, and then like we just said, the game against Ryder, which is just a game that they really should win. That could have been 3 consecutive wins, which would have been huge momentum going into Atlantic City.
I do believe that that was Merrimack's final home game, and I think that they finished off
went
an undefeated home, and they're not great on the road either. So that's why I definitely think if we play them in the tournament, we're not great on the road either. But if we end up playing them in the tournament, which could definitely happen, I think that there's a chance to beat them, especially with the way the 2 games against them went. We did beat them at home this year, one of their 2 conference losses, and obviously kept it very competitive. And CJ Anthony also had a great game on Sunday. He had a tying 3
he had
at
an
the end of
incredible
the
game, especially towards the end. He
regulation.
was shooting the lights out. I mean, some of those shots were insane. I think the one he like banked off the backboard and in, that was crazy because it looked so off from TV.
When you're feeling it, you're feeling
And I was like, oh man, he missed, and then it goes in. It was insane. He really went off. And then in overtime too, he hit that floater. I think it put him up like 4 or 5 points. And I mean, then Luke Jungers, I think, commits a foul, and then the guy on Merrimack has a chance at a 3-point play with the free throws. He hits them. They miss a shot. Merrimack comes back, makes one, and then from there, Merrimack just sort of took over the game. Obviously, their home crowd was really electric that game. They had a good student section and a big crowd.
I think we got to take notes.
Yeah, I mean, as they should. Being number 1 in the MAC, you should have that type
absolutely.
of energy in the building.
Yeah, but as we mentioned, they're 8-10 now in the MAC, and I think what is the possibility? Do they still have a possibility to escape that 7 through 10?
We can finish 10-10. So
Can finish 10-10, which would
We
get
win both?
us. We are 8th right now. We got to win out if we want.
we'll basically.
I think the
we'll
6th seed
we'll
is done.
roughly
I
stay
don't
where
think
we
the
are
six, 'cause we
We're
don't
not
have
really
tiebreaker
going to be.
right
I
now.
saw
high
something
enough
earlier
to
on
go.
Twitter. I think the highest spot they can get is either the 7th seed or the 8th
Seven,
seed.
because
Yeah.
Quinnipiac is 11-7.
So they're gonna have to play that extra game, sort of like a play-in game, which is gonna, that's really not
They're ready
ideal
to
for them. But they gotta try to pull something together.
I mean, if we lose to Ryder, I mean that's gonna Ryder's 0-14
They're
away.
not going to be in the
That's
MAC
senior
tournament.
night. That's
I
senior
know.
night
I
too.
know. I'm just saying.
For Iona.
Yeah. I mean, it should be
We got basically
fun.
2 must-win games, in my opinion. You got to beat Manhattan second.
absolutely. Yeah. I mean, you got to just finish strong. You got to
Yeah.
win out here. It's definitely 2 games that they should win, and
Because Manhattan has one of the
Strong.
worst defenses in the country. I think they're like averaging over 80 points against a game, which is horrendous.
it's not very
Like,
good.
Yeah, Iona. I mean, that game is on the road, and it is a rivalry between Iona and Manhattan. so there will be a big crowd there. But like, I almost gotta win that game. Like, you're the better team than them. We beat them already. I just feel like with how the season's been going, you gotta win that game. So hopefully, if they win this Friday and then can win on Sunday, that'll be 2 wins heading into AC, which will be pretty good. And then hopefully they can get hot and make a run at it.
Yeah, 100% agree. Speaking of getting hot and finishing strong, the women's team's on a 4-game winning streak right now. That they conclude their season tomorrow night at home against Manhattan, 6:00 here at the Heinz Athletic Center. So they're finishing strong right now. Regardless, though, they are in a great position. They're in 4th right now. They're either going to be 4th or 5th. They can't get 3rd, unfortunately. But regardless of where they end, in all likelihood, if they get past that first game, they have to take on one of the powerhouses, either Quinnipiac or Fairfield. Fairfield is now jumped up. I talked about how unbelievable these teams are a couple weeks ago. And Fairfield jumped up to the top. Now Quinnipiac second in the MAC because Fairfield in the rematch against Quinnipiac defeated them. So Quinnipiac's 1 MAC losses against Fairfield. Fairfield's 1 MAC losses against Quinnipiac. So just crazy couple teams there. But Iona's going in strong. The women's have been playing really well. Zoe Ward, Bella Middleton, phenomenal players. And Adam, I forgot to mention this last week. I meant to. But Adam did have his first WIUR radio opportunity broadcast.
With our producer, Chase Garidi. He was great on the play-by-play. I was lucky enough to call the game with him. And yeah, like you said, Bella Middleton, she had consecutive double-doubles the game before that game and the game that we were able to call against Niagara. And I think that has sort of propelled them to get all this momentum. And yeah, they definitely deserve a shout-out because the women's team has been, really, really good these past 4 games.
They're definitely – they're 18-11 overall. They have an 11-8 MAC record, which is definitely good and definitely will get you a higher seed. But that was the game against Niagara, as you said. That was February 14th, right? Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So they won that game 72-55 against Niagara, who did pull out their first win of the season.
Oh my God, did they win?
They pulled out their first win of the season. Monumental moment.
They did.
On Saturday against Ryder. 56-52. Well, the women's Ryder team is also not good, but they're not as bad.
They're 7-20
just struggling over there.
I think they have some
financial.
financial problems down there, which is going into the athletics, which is why I think their team.
It wouldn't make sense,
Yeah, well, both the women's and men's will be in the MAC tournament. I definitely think. I mean,
promising.
What?
Looking promising.
Yes,
Anything could happen.
you're right. You're right.
Chaos.
It's an unpredictable. I mean, obviously, sports are unpredictable.
think
but
the,
the MAC is very
The
unpredictable.
teams at the top of the conference in the women's division
much stronger.
Yeah, definitely like much harder teams to beat than the men's. I think the men's is sort of up in the air, but
Yes.
well, in terms of the women's conference, like you said, Fairfield and Quinnipiac are just
Yeah,
like-
they have a history of being good. They were
they're really good.
I believe they
Fairfield
face
has a
off in
history of
the-
being great.
Yeah, I believe they faced off in the championship last year for the MAC championship. I forget who won, but
Quinnipiac's been good in the men's league too. I mean, they've been at the top, for the past few years now. They haven't been able to pull it out though in the AC, but the regular season they've been playing pretty well.
yeah. But yeah, the team to beat definitely in the men's Merrimack. I would definitely say a close second would be Siena. They're very
I do
good.
think the
And,
last 1 seed to go through to the tournament is Iona in the
In
men's.
2023. Yeah.
So 1 seeds have not looked too hot the last couple of years. So hopefully
Yeah.
we have a reoccurring theme, and then we go back and we do something magical.
We could do what St. Peter's did in 2022. Make it was the Elite Eight, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a great run.
That was awesome. But yeah, also away from the Gales, away from the MAC, we had the number 1 ranked team and number 3 ranked team face off against each other Saturday night. Michigan versus Duke. I caught the end of that game. Adam, did you watch that full thing?
Yeah, I watched the whole game.
Yeah. It was highly anticipated. Definitely more of a defensive match, I thought. It did come down to the wire, but Duke, they held it down for most of the second half, I would say.
Yeah, Cam Bouger on Duke he's the real deal. I think he's one of the best players in the country. Yeah, he had like 18 points, 10 rebounds. They took him out for a little bit, and we came close to tying it or taking the lead. But right when Bouger came back in, bro, he was on takeover that game. He was going crazy. And then a quiet game from one of our top players for Michigan. Elliot Cadeau. He was a real quiet.
He struggles against Duke. If I've been hearing, he has a reoccurring struggle of losing to Duke. I believe
Duke's
he
just
was
so
on.
good. They're just too good.
Yeah.
I am a Duke fan, by the way.
Oh, you are a Duke
I've
fan.
been a Duke fan for
Wait, are you a
do you
Michigan fan? or
say?
you're a
since,
Duke
since
fan?
I've been like 5 years old.
What are your
I've been, like,
ties
a
to Duke?
fan. I just liked the color blue when I was young, and that was my team. I'll
That
be
is how
I'll
it
be
goes.
genuine. And then they won in 2015 against Wisconsin, and that really propelled my Duke love even more. So
Yeah,
What-
Cadeau was 1 for 8 from his field goals.
Yeah,
I
he hit
mean,
1-3 late in the game.
Yeah,
It was a big
1-3.
shot at the time, but not big enough. But he used to be on North Carolina, and he has not
Boo.
beat Duke ever. I don't think so. He's been rattled. He did
get
get
the kryptonite.
injured in the game.
Yeah, he
if
did
I'm
get
mistaken.
injured in the beginning of that game. I think
Yeah.
he hurt his arm or something. He was shown like in like some type of cast, or they wrapped it up or something. So he missed some time. Also, Ade Mara was in foul trouble early, so they had to take him out, and that's a lot of their size. So I mean, look, these two teams can beat each other on any given night. I don't think it's a thing where Duke is just 10 times better than Michigan. I just think it's two great teams going at it. Also, there were some questionable calls there, like that goaltending call. I don't know if you guys saw that.
That was not a goal.
That was not goaltending.
was
I'm
not a
sorry.
goaltending.
Like what is he supposed to do there? The guy's 7'3". That's his job, is to, control the glass.
Yeah,
I mean,
but I
it
mean-
wasn't really that close to the rim. That I think that was a terrible call. So, like I said, I think these two teams, if they do face off again in March Madness, I think Michigan can win one night, depending on how it goes. Duke can win one night. Like,
Well, you're probably gonna because these are probably 2 1 seeds, so you're
Oh,
probably
yeah,
gonna
without a
have to
doubt.
see a Final
in the
Four
championship
or
or
Final
a
Four.
championship matchup. But and honestly, I could see these two being a championship type teams. I mean, I think UConn's my like 3 right now.
there's a
'Cause
huge
UConn-
game tonight. St.
UConn,
John's at
yeah,
UConn.
I was gonna
That's
mention
I'm definitely watching that when we get back. That's gonna be a great one.
I think UConn's gonna win that game. They're gonna take over the
I think
conference.
UConn's gonna win as well.
They're
They're at
a
home
little
and-
bit too good compared to St. John's because I think St. John's has a little bit of weakness in some spots, but
It's definitely been a weak Big East this year. And St. John's, I mean, they do have the win against UConn, so give them their props. Again, there was a lot of questionable calls on that game. St. John's was at the free throw line a lot more than UConn in that game. So, I mean, it could play out differently every night. Obviously, those are two great teams, but the Big East as a whole has been definitely very weak this year. So I really don't know how good St. John's is yet. I mean, it's kind of tough to tell. We really got to see how they play in the Big East tournament. I mean, they're going to play UConn tonight. The tournament's coming up. They'll probably play them again, or maybe Creighton. Because who's the third best team? Because I'd say UConn is probably 1, St. John's, and then I guess I'd have to say Creighton. Villanova.
yeah,
Villanova's
Yeah,
good
it's-
too.
It's very tight.
I feel like Villanova can make an upset. They could beat St. John's. That game's coming up too at the Garden, I think.
Yeah.
I believe Villanova just lost to
Saturday.
UConn too. Let me double check here.
Villanova's been really good.
Villanova did just lose to
Yes.
UConn. It's their most
And Creighton had
recent
beat
game.
UConn. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really those three. Creighton is, I think Creighton beat UConn
Creighton's
too.
sneaky.
Creighton. So
Yeah, Creighton
UConn's
did,
last
yeah.
2 matches are Villanova and Creighton. They lost to Creighton.
Yeah.
They beat Villanova.
Yeah.
I mean, I think those four are definitely the top 4 teams that are, looking to win the Big East. But
I mean,
think it's-
they've been so dominant in recent, like the Big East teams at least. So you take a
Marquette's
little
usually
year-
good. Marquette
year
isn't
da-
that good.
year
Marquette's
down,
had
you
a
know?
disappointing year, man.
Seton Hall started off red hot and then they fell off a cliff.
Oh yeah,
And teams like
brutal.
DePaul, Georgetown, and what's the other team?
They're usually like your 7
I
seeds,
don't know.
10 seeds in like the tournament. They're like your
Yeah,
kind of
DePaul and
middle
Georgetown
of
have been bad for a while now. Xavier's okay,
the-
but
I mean, basically,
Providence too. Providence has been
Yeah, I mean,
up and
basically,
down.
what I'm hearing is the Iona Gales is the 16 seed, pull off the upset against number 1 seeded Duke. That's basically what I'm hearing.
That's what you're hearing.
We're probably gonna have to get through a first 4 game
I,
before we
I
even
would
get to the
say
16 seed.
if I see that match, if Iona do make the tournament, I probably will pick them to upset whoever they're playing. But if it is Duke, I think
Better
I'm
have a
picking
second
Duke.
bracket
I think
just
I'm
for the
picking Duke.
upset.
I love
the second.
I love Duke too
Fifth,
much.
Sixth bracket.
And it's kind of a curse of me this year because my 2 favorite teams in college basketball are Duke and Arizona, and they're
think
they're
Arizona
1 and
frauds.
2 right now. So I think I already know what my final or final
Arizona,
four is
they're
gonna be.
frauds. I don't like
Yeah, I know
Arizona.
they're always frauds, but I always pick them because I like them. But
I think
like,
Houston, Kansas just beat Houston at home. Kansas looks good too. They've played really well at home. I think
Kansas,
they could be
yeah.
a sneaky team to have like an Elite 8 run.
Kansas is usually one of those big teams, and they haven't been in the last couple of years. But
Yep.
now
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely a lot of
No
good games in
backup.
college basketball.
It's
I'm really
coming-
looking forward to the
Michigan, by the
tournament.
way, I have to say, if anybody knows what the trapezoid of excellence is, I'm gonna
You were
bring this
mentioning
up.
this. I'm like, what?
So
I
it's
haven't heard about this
basically a efficiency on like amount of points, like they score, like how efficient basically a team is every game, and it's basically a trapezoid that if you fit into that trapezoid, you're supposed to be one of the great teams that has the potential to win,
Mm.
and it's basically marked off of every single year the team will fall into that. Michigan is off the charts right now in like the top corner you can possibly be, which they do look like one of the best teams.
Yeah, I
Duke
think,
is also up there.
I think Michigan or Duke is probably going to be
I think those are your safe bets.
the teams that I would pick
There's
to
no,
win
there's
it.
no such thing as a safe bet.
There's no in March
Mm,
Madness.
yeah.
There is no such thing as a
Except
safe
for the
bet.
Iona Gales.
That's a
but,
really non-safe bet. If I would, they are the
I mean,
most.
Iowa State is another sneaky team that is good.
There's a
I mean,
lot of
there's so many
sneaky,
sneaky
man.
teams. What
There's
if we see
64
this
teams
year
in the
like
tournament.
a 8 seed come out of nowhere? Like
Yeah,
go make the
Illinois is
Final
another
Four.
one. Like
11 seeds. Are,
there's a lot of good
sneaky.
teams. I mean, we'll obviously dive deeper into it as
Every-
yeah,
every
once
year
the,
we
once the
seem to
madness
see-
begins.
More and more, we seem to see more like
How about Miami, Ohio?
upsets.
They're 28-0. I mean, they're playing sort of a cupcake schedule, like that MAC, the MAC. Actually, did you guys hear there's gonna be a name change for the MAC conference? I think ours, MAAC.
I did hear about that.
Which will be interesting. They didn't release the details yet, but anyway, yeah, Miami, Ohio, definitely got to give them a shout out. They're 28-0, which is crazy.
That is
um,
pretty crazy.
But again, their teams they're
Yeah,
playing are not very
little-
good. So I think they'll probably get
Need a
humbled
test.
once they get into the NCAA tournament.
Yeah.
Also, St. Louis hasn't looked too great. They started off really hot, and then they're 2-3 in their last 3 games, or 1-3.
yeah. Well, we'll dive deeper into it once the madness starts. It's gonna be an awesome March. But quickly, I just want to talk about that. Hopefully for like a minute. There was a fight in the NBA, another fight, because why not? They keep having fights. Once we start the show, they are feeding us things to
that.
talk about. I believe it was Scottie Pippen Jr. and Myron Gardner. It was like a blowout near the end of the game. So that's Gardner gave Scottie Pippen Jr. gave Gardner a cheap shot under the rim. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Pippen gave Gardner the cheap shot under the rim on one end, and then the other end, Pippen takes a 3, and Gardner gives a cheap shot back. And then Gardner jogs down to the corner at the other end, and Pippen runs down. He points at him, and he shoves him, and then there's mass chaos. I'd say it was so random, caught me off guard, but just wanted to throw that one out there, and it was pretty crazy. But yeah, but that's the basketball talk.
Nothing else.
I think we covered a lot. We'll definitely talk NBA more as well in March because it's close to the playoffs there as well. But obviously, college basketball will be more of our focus during March because of the March Madness. Then in April, obviously, NBA playoffs. But yeah, that's enough basketball. We're gonna take another short break, and we'll be back with our fun segment. It's a really fun one this week, so we're excited.
It's fun for us.
The one
yeah.
last week was great too.
Yeah, so
We're sort of building off of last week.
we're excited.
Got a lot of good feedback for last week. so.
yeah. We'll be back with it. You'll see what it is.
Live from New York, this is WIUR Radio.
This is WIUR Radio.
Hi, this is Anthony Carlo, TV news reporter in New York City and proud alum. If you're looking for a career in media, Iona is the place to be. From internships to real-world experience, Iona's media program is unprecedented. Take it from an industry professional who made it in the biz.
Now back to WIUR, Iona University Radio.
We are back, and this segment this week is a fun one, man. Last week we did blind ranking food items at Avenue Deli on North Avenue in New Rochelle, New York, which obviously, if you're an Iona student, you are familiar with that. This week we are going down to a little farther on North Avenue, Gemelli's Pizzeria, which is
Home of the dollar slice.
home of the dollar slice, which is the
Which
only
has
time.
inspired the name for this show.
Yes, we're going for 3. It's the only time that I pull up because obviously dollar is a great deal. But
The dollar slice is incredible. I mean,
yeah,
it
it's,
truly
it's an
is.
amazing deal. It's a
It
it's
truly
a
is like one of the
legendary
beauties
thing.
of life.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah, and so basically at 10 o'clock every night they sell pizzas for $1, and it's legendary.
And
So
it's not just plain slices; it's
it's
you know
all
the
sorts
above,
of
so
different slices. So it's very fun. So we have a bunch of slices in here, and just like last week, we're blind ranking again. Colin is oh
And
my
that's an
gosh,
official box from the Gemellis.
From the Gemellis.
Last week we had
Colin
the
ate pizza out
official
of that
bag
box.
from Av, and now we're sort of continuing that with the actual box from Gemellis, courtesy of Colin.
Yeah. So basically, we're blind ranking 5 slices again. All 3 of us are participating. Switching up the order this week. Colin's going to pick first, Adam second, me third, Colin again for fourth, and Adam will finish it. So Colin will blindly draw the first one. My Gmail's not letting me sign in without like putting in a code, so I'm not doing all that. Got to have this in my head. First slice.
Oh baby. Oh, we got a banger right here. Chicken parm.
Wow.
Chicken parm.
chicken
First
parm.
slice.
I like
I mean,
that's like that was supposed to happen.
I think it was supposed to happen. I mean, I think I know where it's going in all our lists, and it
It's
might not
definitely
be
top 2.
It
It's
might
top two,
not be
top
a
two.
traditional
It's top two.
slice that most pizza shops do and or do well, but Gemelli's, you know, their pizza might not be top tier pizza, it might not be your gold standard, but their chicken parm slice is as much as you can get to gold standard if you get
Yeah.
there.
The
I'm
chicken,
putting it at 1 personally. It's my go-to.
the chicken and parm slice definitely is really good. I mean, I think the ratio of the sauce
it's
and
perfect.
the cheese is
It is
always top
amazing.
tier.
I mean, it's top tier pizza for me because it's like the only pizza spot I go to. But
Also,
this
to
is-
mention, it is a square slice. I don't know if
It
The
is
square
it
slice-
is a square,
it's what I call unique.
but
Yeah,
it
is
works as a square. 'cause
It
of
does.
and it's
The
kind of-
pockets, you know.
it's
of
wider.
sauce.
Like it's
it's a little hefty too. Like it has some weight to it.
Like you can do bicep curls with
It's not like a cracker, you know.
I
You
think
get the
that
thin cracker
This
slice.
one's tough for me because it's in my top 3,
It's in my top 3 for sure.
but
It's
I
my
feel like I
number
gotta play
2.
it safe and put it at 1.
I'm putting number 2
I'm
because I
putting it
do
at
have a
1.
slice in my mind that might be better.
Me
than
too.
I think I know what both yours is, but I'm not gonna mention it if it doesn't come out.
it. Keep it.
Yeah, I don't wanna
secret.
mention
I'm
it
just gonna we gotta keep the dollar slices secret.
I'm gonna put this one at 2. Just I don't want to get rid of my 1.
This
so
is a huge
early.
gamble.
I just
I
think-
hate
I
that we're
mean-
gambling this.
I mean,
early
even
in
on
the
this
rankings.
box, look what I got. I got 2 chicken parm on the
And
box.
the Oreo Zeppelis.
and the Oreo Zeppelis, the famous Oreo Zeppelis.
All right. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna go with 2. He went with 2. He's going.
I'm
with,
going with 1.
Colin's going with
That's
one.
my
Last week, Colin left his 1 for the last one. So
I did,
now
but
this is the first one.
there's nothing better for it for me. So I'm happy.
It's
where it is.
respectable. It definitely has the
I think the only
ability to
one
be a
that
1.
competes for me is margarita, and margarita is just
you
it's-
said you
it's-
weren't going to give away
yeah.
slices.
No. I know. But it doesn't hit as well when it's reheated. It hits better when it's like a fresh margarita slice, you know. And it's the end of the day slices that are a little bit worse sometimes, but
Yeah,
Alright.
usually what I've experienced is taking the pizza back from Gemelli's back to the dorm does cool off a bit. So
Yes,
the,
it
mic-
does.
the microwave
Sometimes
comes,
the microwave has to happen.
it has to happen.
slices
Except for
aren't,
this
aren't-
past week,
aren't
they
always,
burnt
always perfect. They did. They
I mean,
did.
cold-
They
cold
burned my
pizza-
Zeppelis this week.
Cold
I mean,
pizza's good too.
Okay.
Alright.
It is a good.
Let's
that's a
go to
good
the
take.
next.
That is a
Yeah.
good take. All right, Adam,
Alright.
you got Adam.
We're going this way.
next.
Alright.
We're going. Is that clockwise?
I don't know what that is.
It's clockwise.
It is.
It's clockwise.
Good.
I got mine. Oh, chicken and vodka.
Yes.
This is the one I was debating chicken parm with.
It's number 1.
I feel like
You
from what
like it
I've-
better.
Yeah, I feel like the chicken and vodka compared to the chicken parm, I think the chicken vodka is just overall better.
It's better
Because it's less
underrated, man.
saucy. It's less saucy, and it still has the cheese you're looking for on the chicken parm as well as the chicken.
What's the white stuff that's
The Mott's?
Yeah,
The-
that is
So-
fire,
so
man.
In
And-
my opinion, the reason why I don't like that one as much, this one's also going at my 2. I have to say this is a top 3 slice for me.
Easy.
But the reason why I don't like that one as much is because the cheese gets a little bit like I don't know, it's a little bit like thick and it like coats your mouth weirdly sometimes. I get some weird bites when it comes to the chicken vodka. So
I don't know if you guys have tried, obviously with the regular slices, this is also a square slice, by the way. But with regular slices, I don't know if you guys eat it the Jersey way. You might when you fold it up. Do you do that?
Okay, why are we calling it the Jersey way? No, that's just
yeah,
the New
usually.
York way.
It's a Jersey, New York way.
Yeah, usually
It's
I
like
fold.
you
I
usually
fold
do that.
up.
Do you
Fold
do
the
that?
fold, yeah.
So do you
Taught by my
do you
dad.
fold the squares?
No, you don't fold the square. You can't fold the
I
square.
feel like I
Try-
don't fully fold. them.
Try folding the chicken in vodka. It'll change your
I
life.
have folded the squares
See,
before.
change
I
your
don't
life.
think you can really. I mean, on the side pieces, not the corner slices. You can't really fold them because the crust is usually thicker than the normal crust.
Yeah, it's hard to fold, but that's what makes it unique. But yeah,
I
this
usually go for
is-
like a sort of a half fold, like not fully closed, but it's there.
yeah, I agree.
But yeah, I have tried that, and
I definitely put some fold into it, but definitely not a full like sandwich. Like
I mean, honestly,
Well, I
it's,
feel
list-
like
the
whenever,
list is looking
whenever
perfect
us
right
three
now.
go, these two slices are definitely the ones we're looking for.
oh, we're competing. We're competing
Yeah.
usually.
yeah.
yes.
If there's
Who
only
comes first
three,
in line?
we try to be like, okay.
Yeah,
you
I mean,
can get
how we
each
do
one.
it is the first one through the door is first in line, and then it follows.
Yeah, even
from
though we
there.
never remember who's first to the door. But that's crazy. We just started with probably the two best
best
slices. Now we'll draw the third one.
Now I hope we go
I can't feel it.
get
Okay.
like a bad slice, not a
Would
bad
be- it
slice
would
because
be
I don't
great
really
electric.
think they have a bad
So-
slice. But
Before I draw this one, last week we started with 3 chicken items. Will we do the same this
two
week?
chicken. Oh, I swear to
If there's a
God,
lot of chicken items on their pizzas, though, I feel like we will.
it's a chicken.
It is chicken, and you very much called it. It's chicken scarp.
Ooh! Shout out to my dad. This is his favorite slice.
Yeah, so chicken scarp is one of the few that I actually have not had from Japan. I've had
Really?
every slice.
Putting
except
potatoes
for-
on a pizza is not the move.
Yeah.
I sort of like it. It's a little bit of a heavy
It's
slice.
too much.
There's a lot going on with it. You got
Exactly.
to
way too much.
I feel like it's a good slice though. Like it definitely it hurts the chest a little bit after it goes down, but I kind of like it. I'm a fan of like the hot peppers. I think the hot peppers are good. The potatoes are a little weird. I don't think there's any sauce. A very
See,
light sauce.
I
if there
just
is.
I just look every time I've seen that slice. I look at it. I'm like, oh, there's too much on it. I look for simplicity. That's why like
it's definitely
if I'm ranking a pizza place on like how good they are, I am going to the cheese and only the cheese because that's what matters.
this is
'cause
gonna be my 4.
This is gonna be
This
my
gonna be my
5.
Because I don't think it's,
Yeah.
I've gotten it before. I don't think it's bad. Like if it's there, I might consider getting it.
It's one of those slices that's not typically ordered by everybody, and it's one of those
You either love it or you
last
hate it.
left slices that it's kind of like, oh, you're last in line, and you're like, oh,
Yeah,
I'll
I
get
know-
a
yeah,
I know a
scarp, it's
big-
Except if you're
there.
Paul.
I,
Shout out to
yeah,
Paul.
that's what I was just about to say. I know a guy. We know a guy at Dollar
We know
Slice.
a guy.
We know a guy. We know many guys.
Rookie of the
that's
year,
his-
dollar
that's his
slice,
slice.
rookie of the year.
That's his slice.
That's his slice.
That's his slice.
Leave it to him, man. It's all you, bro. But yeah, I definitely am putting this at 5. This is your dad's favorite slice.
It's my dad's favorite slice.
Wow.
So I put it at 4 because I've gotten it. I like it. I think there's definitely worse items there than this. But yeah, Colin, I don't think you should knock it before you try it.
I don't know. Maybe this week. Maybe tonight. If
Yeah,
we
maybe
hit up
tonight.
the dollar slice, maybe I have
Celebratory
to
dollar
go.
slice. All right, Colin's second
Oh, wait,
drawing.
I'm low key looking. Hold on.
Why you just open
Scramble
the
it up a
full?
bit.
Well, I kind of wanted to mix them all together because they were kind of separated. Okay,
All right, here we go.
pulling it out.
I got 3 and 4 open.
Oh, and look, another one of my favorite. I'm just pulling my favorites. A margarita.
Yes.
Margarita slice.
Margarita.
Good with this
I'm-
being number 3.
This is literally, I don't think I can get a better list because I'm putting this at 3, and whatever is 4 is because my top 3 are chicken vodka, chicken parm, and margarita.
yes in
Basically
that order.
in that order. I mean, I
For
could,
me,
I
definitely
could,
in that order.
if it's a good margarita, because the margarita does hit some
Margarita.
notes.
The margarita is really good.
It hits
I tend to
some
devour
notes.
it pretty fast. I feel like that one goes down. Really
Yo,
quick.
true.
That one
might be
it's
a
a very
smaller
light
slice.
slice.
It's
a
very
very
light.
light
It's very
slice
light.
because it's
Which is
there's
good.
not a lot of sauce
Now,
and there's not a lot
I
of
don't think this
cheese.
slice for me is a 5, but I know that there
Can't
is
be a 5.
there is a slice in there that I would pick over it if I were to go.
You
dollar
cannot
slice.
put this at
So
5.
I
You might
could
be
gamble, but
committing a
cannot put this at
crime.
I'm gonna
5.
play it.
This
I'm
is-
gonna play it safe
This
because
is at least a top
I
5
think it's
slice
better
for
than chicken
everybody. though.
scarp. So I'm gonna put it at 3.
And I'm gonna take a guess at yours. Is it the chicken bacon ranch? Is that
I'm not gonna give it away this
Is
week until
that-
we draw it.
all right?
All right.
The chicken streak is
I'm gonna
over
call my
again on the
shot. I'm
4th
gonna call
one.
my shot.
If
I'm
it
in
is
my
the
head.
ranch,
In your head.
I do have some takes about ranch on
Scramble it
pizza.
up a bit. All right, we'll go with this one. Okay, my list is good now. Pasta slice.
Pasta slice.
Amazing.
See, the
Amazing.
pasta slice is pretty good.
Cinema.
It's pretty good. I've
Pasta-
had it like once or twice.
You
So
know,
I know
underrated.
it's not
The-
a usual
The
go-to.
thing with the pasta slice, it's just a plain slice, and the
Yeah.
pasta on it is cold and usually hard.
it's a little bit
And
weird. Sometimes.
It's. I mean, that I would say like That's like the same thing that like a pepperoni is just plain and you just put pepperoni on it. and a
Yeah,
sausage is
no,
plain and you
but the
just put
pasta
sausage on it.
does get because pasta
pasta's unique.
is different when it's sat out for a while and then
Yeah, so this is gonna be my 5. This is usually
think
one where
it's-
it's like if you're a little late to the show, you know,
this is a good
and
middle
it's
of the
there,
road.
like I'll take it,
Yeah.
but
I
I'm
think
not
we
loving
have-
it when I'm walking out.
We have 2 like chicken, scarp, and pasta are definitely ones that like if you find yourself in the back of the line, you're like, yeah, I can live with those.
But yeah,
sorts of
going back to what Colin said, chicken bacon ranch, I think I would put. That's the one I
I
wanted.
knew it, and I just want to say, ranch does not belong on pizza. It tastes terrible on pizza.
I feel like it's the
Never
most popular
dip
slice
your-
though.
Yeah, well, never.
That's a
dip-
No,
terrible
ranch
take.
on pizza has been a thing for a while.
Yeah,
ranch on
yeah,
pizza's,
but
ranch on
it's
pizza's
for
good.
me.
It's
For
good.
me, it's a very.
That's an L take.
It's a very. I'm sorry.
I
mean,
doubted it for a little bit, but I
Same
like it
stuff
now.
with
But
pineapple.
again,
on
buffalo
pizza.
chicken is another very popular slice. There's ranch on that too. I think.
I would prefer the buffalo chicken without the ranch, though. That's the thing. It's better without the ranch. You don't need the ranch. And plus,
Terrible
also,
take.
I just want to hold on.
yeah, I'm not.
I
a
know
fan
a
of
lot
this
of
thing.
people
I'm
that
on board.
definitely agree with me. I
No
know
one's
a lot of
listening.
people that definitely disagree.
Is it a
with me because
Massachusetts
people
thing?
love ranch? No. I know a lot of people that love ranch on pizza. I do not. It's not a personal like of mine, but I think the Gemelli's ranch is also kind of weird. You know.
I'm gonna
That was great.
That was a great
segment.
segment.
You
I'm
want to
going
pull?
to
You want to pull
see-
an extra one? Just
I'm
a
going to
wild card.
see what we would have pulled next.
Should we do a wild card?
Let's do a wild card.
This
you
is
know?
the only one
And
that we're pulling now. It's
We're
one
not-
which is-
It's not. It's a chicken bacon
Chicken
ranch.
bacon ranch.
Oh my
It's a
God.
chicken bacon ranch.
Do we have
I'll
any
split it down
other?
as my wild
Was
card.
this list rigged? Like,
So we're putting that in as an honorable mention.
and of course, the other one I've just pulled out with buffalo chicken.
hey, barbecue chicken. That was
That was in there too.
We're
Barbecue
all- we're
chicken. I
talking
just
about
got to
only
give a
chicken.
shout out to the barbecue chicken.
Huge shout.
It
The
is done well. It
the
is done
sweetness
well.
from the barbecue sauce and the saltiness from the sauce and cheese goes well.
I
together.
think the only thing that doesn't hit on that slice is the onions kind of feel
Oh,
out of place.
Nah, the onions.
Weird
onions are good,
take.
man.
I also
Colin's had some weird.
I
he's
would
had some
say-
great takes. and He's
this is
definitely
the
had some
thing.
weird
This is the thing.
takes.
I'm a huge pizza guy, and when you start adding random stuff
So,
to pizza, I
like
get
potato
very
If I were to
annoyed.
give you the slice, would you be expecting the onions?
I would be expecting the onions, but
brilliant.
no, I
chicken,
mean,
chicken Caesar.
I mean, I've been to a lot of pizza places in my
slice.
life. I just want to say pizza is probably my favorite food. I'm very particular about my pizza. I like the Dave Portnoy ranking scale. I have my ranking scale. Gemelli's for me is their slice is it's a 7.6. It's just a mid slice. for me.
7.6 or a 6 or 7.
A 7.6.
Okay.
7.6,
That's. I feel like
When
you
I
can-
say
I
7,
feel like it's
yeah.
only legal to go in like 7.5. Like you can't go like, oh, it's a 9.2.
When you really,
Like,
because
what?
when you really get down to it and you want to rank stuff, if you're
Yeah,
going to
just
rank something a 10 out of 10, you have to rank it a 10 out of 10. There can only be one 10 out of 10. Nothing else can be better because that's your 10
Yeah,
out
I
of 10.
agree.
That's your perfect thing. So for me, the 7s are mid-ish, kind of like they're good. I would eat them,
Yeah.
but they're like mid.
I think
8s are really good.
6
9s
yeah.
are where you really get going.
All right. Well,
Hey, I've been to some really good pizza places. I could go on a rant about pizza. I love it.
we'll save it for another time. But
Yeah.
that was a great segment.
Electric,
Pretty
as,
funny.
as usual.
Yep.
If anyone has suggestions for other places where we can blind rank from North Avenue, we would love to hear it.
McDonald's is next.
McDonald's could be next.
I would not be good at that. I don't go there very much. But yeah, that's the segment. So by the way, everyone, was it your brother? Your brother said that I say segment like segment.
Yeah.
It was your brother? Yeah. I don't know if you guys like look back
Shout
at
out Nathan,
times
Nathan's
when I have-
dialect, you know,
when I've
just
said segment like segment. But yeah.
shout out to my dad just texting me and calling me a pizza snob. That's great.
Shout out to Colin's dad. But yeah, shall we MLB?
Yeah.
We can
No,
talk a
MLB.
little about
I think what I wanted to talk about, what's a big topic with the Yankees, maybe Jazz Chisholm Jr. I feel like
Sure.
if you guys saw the comments he made, it's funny. Last episode we were talking about the comments Judge made. Now we're talking about the comments Jazz.
Well,
Chisholm
we
made.
did. Well, go ahead. Like, we talked about some comment Jazz made last week too, but I don't know. If it
Yeah,
was-
he wants to be a 50-50 player now. He wants to be.
Oh,
the,
you're right. I was-
Yeah,
yeah.
he-
I thought you were gonna say
the-
the same thing.
behind Shohei Ohtani, who's, if you don't know, the only player in baseball history to achieve a 50-50 season, which is 50 home runs along with 50 stolen bases. And the Yankees' very own Jazz Chisholm thinks he could replicate that.
I don't think he's replicating that.
Now, the thing is,
Solid
the
take.
argument is,
I think
Colin has a good take for once in this show.
I mean, he was 30-30 last year. I think it's kind of a ridiculous comment, but like he did miss a month last year and the power numbers were there. I feel like if he was fully healthy, he had a chance at 40-40. So I feel like he can definitely achieve a 40-40 season if he stays fully healthy and he's really locked in. Because the power was there. I mean, how many home runs did he hit exactly? It was
33. That's
I think it's better. I think it's better though to not call out that you're going to do
31.
this and then not do it, because then it seems like
yeah,
you're like
it's yeah.
Well, no one's expecting him to do
He's
it.
also said he wants, I think it was like an 8 to 10 year deal, $35 million per year.
it's better to think you're going to do it,
Which is
and
funny
not say
because
any-
last week when I said I feel like he's gonna be the type of guy to ask for a contract like that, he goes out like a few days after and asks for a mega deal like that.
just
which,
want to say
I mean-
the Mets beat the Yankees in the preseason, so we're automatically the better
Spring training,
team.
okay.
Ooh, and you guys
Well, spring
have
training,
won
preseason.
the May World Series, the
Mhm.
April and the May World Series, I believe.
yeah, but Jazz Chisholm, what were you saying? 30, he was 30.
He was 33.
Well, I'm trying to
He
remember
was
what I was
injured
saying.
for a month, and he could have been 40-40. He had 31 homers.
Yeah, 31 home runs. I mean, I feel like he should. I don't know. He needs to get his average up because I feel like his weakness is the batting average. I
He had
feel like
242 last year.
he tries to swing for the fences too much, and I hope this approach doesn't really just make that average go down, because I think the problem with the Yankees, what a lot of fans think, is they don't really play situational baseball well. They sort of try to hit a lot of home runs, hit for power, and we saw that when they played the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays sort of did the opposite, and the Blue Jays won. And I think in today's game of baseball, with how good the pitching is, it's getting harder and harder to hit for power. I think
You got to have a systematic offense that is
Yeah.
able to get. I mean, it's always better to
the
get
low
on base.
the low K rate,
Keep the
and
line moving.
yeah, contact hitting. I mean, you're going to get your power from Judge, but Judge just won a batting title, so he's giving you both. He was the home run king and the batting title winner. So,
I
it's
mean,
just-
I much rather have a player that's getting on base 4 times out of 10, batting 400, than a player that is batting, let's say, like 200 and hitting a home run every like 50% of the time they get hit.
a shout out to Aaron Judge. I mean, he was already off to a monster start for the.
Yeah,
I mean,
couple
he's gotta be.
homers in
He's
the
just
first
a great
game.
player. So.
Yeah, and I mean, he's playing a lot earlier this year in spring training because he is getting ready for the World Baseball Classic, which again we will discuss more in depth once that is a little bit closer, which it should be ramping up in like 2-3 weeks.
Can't wait till there's a big star that gets injured and then everybody's freaking out.
Usually,
that-
it's a Mets player.
Yeah, usually it's Edwin.
It'll be
Diaz.
Juan Soto. It'll be
Oh
another.
my god! If Juan Soto gets hurt,
Wasn't it
I'm
Edwin
actually
Diaz?
going
Yeah,
to
it was
the
Edwin
next-
Diaz.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was crazy.
He got hurt. He didn't even get hurt in the game. He got hurt celebrating. And
Yeah.
that don't even. Me and my dad had plenty of just like yelling, not at each other, but yelling about Edwin Diaz at each other.
I assume
basically.
you weren't yelling at each other.
It was no.
Yeah, I mean, as you mentioned though about like just the get on base, like and draw walks too. Like
Yeah,
the
drawing
main-
a walk in
main
this game
theme.
is huge.
a main theme with the Yankees, they just swing at balls. Like I'll point,
That's-
not to point any fingers, but I'll point out a couple players, like Jazz Chisholm and Anthony Volpe. But
Anthony Volpe. I mean,
we keep talking
we
about
could
these
have a whole
two.
show on Anthony Volpe.
truly,
Yeah, I'm not a Volpe guy. I mean, I'll root for him. I hope he has a great year. But like personally, I'm not a Volpe guy. I think we've touched on this before, but his style of play doesn't work for me. I don't really think he has a good swing either. I think he's very out in front most of the time.
Same with Jazz.
It's just like,
Kinda
well, I think
like
Jazz's
Leo
swing,
loopy swing.
Jazz's swing is a little bit better. I actually think Jazz does have a good swing. The problem with Jazz is he's just solely trying to hit home runs.
Mhm.
I think Volpe's trying to go the other way, trying to get on base, but
It feels like
also remember the Austin Wells chicken parm story?
Was that Wells
Where
or
they
was
were-
that Volpe?
That was Wells and Volpe, where
Oh, both of them.
Volpe went to Wells's house over chicken parm dinner in New Jersey. And Austin
yeah.
Wells was showing film, and he was like, Volpe, this is how you'll fix your swing. Because Volpe was stepping in the bucket when he was swinging, which is like, instead of going forward, you go out.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, Austin Wells is the one finding out about that and not the Yankees hitting coaches, which was definitely a story back then. That was a few years ago. But yeah, Anthony Volpe, just, I don't know. I don't like his approach, but now he's fully healthy. So we'll see what happens this year. But Jose Caballero has been looking really strong in spring training. I will
Yeah,
say.
Jazz. I just think he's not going to play the whole year. Right?
Think he's gonna get hurt?
He's hurt every year.
He does get hurt a lot. He had that turf toe in Miami last year. He had the oblique. I think he's definitely had some other injuries. But
He's just if he wants to do the 50-50, right? He's got to play the 160 games, and he hasn't played over 140
yeah,
a season.
I heard it from a source that he played 130 last
Yeah,
year.
he played 130 last year. That's what I've seen from my
Being a little
source, too.
eavesdropper over here.
Yeah, 124 the year before and 101.
Yeah, he's
So,
had some
Shout out to
injuries.
Colin's dad for the information.
Thank you, Dad.
I think the thing for me is that like when you swing for the fences, your swing starts to look like a little unorthodox when you don't make contact.
You don't
at all.
even. Yeah, you look.
He's just
you-
swinging
you
at
look
it.
But what about
dumb
his what about his
sometimes.
70% approach? Do you remember that from last year? He came back from injury and he's like, I'm going 70% now. And he wasn't going 100%. And it was like 70% where he was still swinging for power, but
I
he was
mean,
a little bit
I
more
mean,
laid back with it.
170%.
I mean, honestly, he says a lot of this stuff, and I feel like it's just to kind of provoke the media, just to
Yeah.
get them talking.
I mean, that's his
about it.
personality. He said some stuff at the
Yeah,
end of the
yeah,
year.
yeah.
He's like, we're going to win the division, win the World Series. And even I'm a Yankees fan.
I mean,
I support them all the
let
way.
him rile him up. I mean, the New York fans love the crazy. Like, I mean, we want to win, right? But like, we don't act like we like the drama because the drama is
Like,
entertaining.
I think Jazz has performed well as a Yankee. There's definitely been some hiccups. Also on defense, especially I was at the game. What was it? Game 4 of the DS this past year, where he had the error on the double play ball.
Yes, that like ended our season.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, he's had some issues defensively and offensively, but I think overall he's been strong. Like he offers a speed. He was only fourth. He was only
Yeah, at least there's someone.
he was the
speed.
4th player in Yankees history to go
John
30-30, I
Carlos
believe.
Stanton, the fastest player in baseball. He's really good at stealing bases. So
Yes.
good. So
I
good.
remember when he stole that base in the Royal Series. You remember that?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, that was great. But
What
also,
about Bob Costas, the commentary in that series?
yes, they can. It's just what we were talking about.
He simply cannot run.
It's not John Carlos' fault. Whose fault is it?
fault?
Also, I heard some big news. Spencer Jones, his swing is looking similar to Otani's, guys. That's what I
Yeah,
heard.
saw that.
That's what I heard. So, I think we're in for a
I think
great
in my
stud.
opinion, Spencer Jones is the rest of his tenure as a Yankee is going to depend a lot on how Trent Grisham does this season. Because if Trent Grisham goes out and has the same year or even a better year,
I like him. I think Grisham's a good player. I think he's solid.
then do you keep Grisham? Do you re-sign him again? Because
as a non-Yankees fan, I like Grisham.
he
I don't-
killed
I
you
don't know.
guys in that
Yeah, I know. He's
wild
he's-
card series. a few
He's
years
good,
ago.
but he's like respectable. He's not like I don't know. He's a respectable player to me. So
Yeah, he's definitely
I
like
just-
he
I
plays
like
the
him.
game the right way.
Yeah, 100%.
But, like,
he,
I
play-
feel
he
like
plays some
contact hitter.
classic baseball.
If he goes
you know?
out and hits 190 and hits like 15 at most home runs, then they either trade
Yeah,
him,
he's
don't
gone.
resign him, and
He's
then
gone.
I feel like you got to give Spencer Jones a chance before they trade him.
100%.
I feel like but like the thing is if you play him and he's not good, loses that trade value. And we've seen it with Anthony Volpe.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Where
Like,
now, like our team's really going to want to trade their stars for a package that includes Volpe. So I think Spencer Jones's value is sort of high right now. Maybe.
do you sell high and just bank on the fact that he's just going to be an average player, not a superstar?
It's
We'll
like you
see.
banking
He's
on the
already
Riddle.
like what 25 years old, which is how old Judge was when he came up. Let's see.
Yeah,
I think he's like 24 or 20, yeah, he's 24.
24. Fun fact. I was at the game. Judge hit his first home run. Were you at that game
Were
too?
you actually at that game?
Yeah,
I was not at that game.
I thought I. Had
I was.
talked-
In,
thought
I
you
remember
said-
where I was. Though. I was in Pennsylvania,
Yeah,
and I do remember like seeing that like Aaron Judge making his debut, and I did remember seeing he hit a home run.
Tyler Austin.
Tyler
and,
Austin.
going back to back in their first major league at bats.
Yeah, what was I like 10 or 11 years old? That was a long time ago.
Sounds right. Yeah.
I mean, any Mets talk before?
I mean, I don't really have
I
much.
mean, you
to
said they
say.
beat
I
the
mean,
Yankees. I mean, everything's
they-
looking great.
Your prospects.
It's just a spring training. It's preseason. I mean,
Pete,
they look fine.
Pete
It's-
Alonso
Yeah, Pete Alonso. He had like
homered against
what did he hit, 1 or 2 home
us.
runs?
we don't have to
so
talk
far.
about Pete Alonso.
Yeah.
Mets fans are gonna miss him.
I mean, I'm gonna miss him, but like also I mean, I have already talked a lot about Pete Alonso. I think it's good that he left. I think he's gonna be good still, but he's not gonna be the great player that he was. like the home run derby winning seasons. Those like he's just so like weird to me. He could be so good again.
I wanted the Yankees to go after him a lot. I knew they were never really in on him, but I think he would have been perfect.
I feel like he as a person wouldn't have gone to the
Because like we need
Yeah.
more right-handed hitting, and he would have been fine because he's very durable at first base. Like we said last episode, he never really gets hurt. Like he's played a full season.
He's
almost every year.
he's a tank.
And we put Ben Rice as a starting catcher. And then I was thinking maybe we trade Wells, get a right-handed catcher who's not as good, and then maybe like a prospect or two. And that's how I really would have won about the offseason because the Yankees need right-handed hitting. Like,
But does his flow get messed up because Judge is their guy?
but I mean, I feel like when they had Soto and Stan who hit for power too, it worked even better because like
Yeah,
hitting
yeah,
behind,
really well.
hitting in front of Judge or hitting behind Judge is just gonna help out both of them, like both players. And we saw that with Soto.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Overall,
Yeah, 100%. Well, we're at our time, I think, to end the show.
Yeah.
So that's gonna wrap it up. Another electric episode. That was episode
great
5.
segment.
Yeah,
Great
the
segment.
segment was on point. Today.
So as I say, thank you for tuning in, and if you tune in later, please enjoy then as well. And that's gonna wrap it up. I am Nathan Creasy alongside co-host Adam Peck, Colin Sexton, and we will see you next week for episode 6. That is all she wrote. Peace.
Live from New York, this is WI.